Hi guys, welcome back to another video here at FUT-IQ. My name is Max, and I just really wanted to talk about the Chelsea game this weekend against Newcastle.
Baby girl running on my.
I had the opportunity to watch the full game, and honestly, I'm pretty upset as a Chelsea fan. I did not like what I saw from the team this weekend. You know, I had a lot to I had a lot to say about the coach after the game against PSG with some of the substitutes. In this game at the beginning, I think it was more so on the players than the coach. I mean, it was basically the same starting 11 besides Neto. The only player that was different from the start, actually, two players were different, Sanchez and Garnacho. Um, honestly, I don't even know where to start. Like the goal that Newcastle scored, I think Gordon scored it, and I believe it was I can't remember if it was Willock made a run through the middle of our defenders. Stupid goal, honestly. I don't know what the defensive line was doing. Chaloba was pushing up really, really high. For some reason, kind of on the left back side, as Cucurella had gone up, and then Fofana was um, dropped a little bit further deep. So obviously, I think it was Willock who was on through the for the through ball. Livramento, I'm pretty sure was the one who played the through ball. Gordon super fast. They're all pretty fast. Willock gets there, just passes it over to Gordon once the keeper kind of comes out, and easy tap, and probably one of the easiest goals that Gordon's ever going to score. So our defense honestly looked awful there in that play. I don't know what they were doing or what they were thinking. Honestly, not much for Sanchez to do. But then, I mean, Chelsea dominated possession after the goal, especially. Chelsea had a lot of the ball. Even before that, we had some opportunities with Palmer, making those quick turns and getting some good passes in. But after we got scored on, I don't know. I just didn't see anything other than the ball going around from side to side, a lot of passes going back and forth, making sure that they weren't going to lose the ball. They were just passing the ball back and forth between, like, let's say, Gusto to Caicedo, Caicedo to James, James to Enzo, Enzo back to Caicedo, Caicedo to Enzo, Enzo to Palmer, Palmer to Enzo, Enzo to then Garnacho, Garnacho back to the middle. A lot of that, a lot of that. And it was honestly frustrating to see. The whole first half basically was just that Newcastle defending after their early goal. Like I think they scored, yeah, in the 18. And then after that, just Chelsea passing the ball back and forth from side to side, not really doing anything. Certain players taking a couple of shots here and there, but I believe I was looking at the stats just barely. I hadn't really looked at them. So 67% possession from Chelsea. The XG was about the same, believe it or not, even though Chelsea had 22 shots. 22 shots, three on target. Now, obviously, there's a huge problem with that. João Pedro was in, Palmer was in, Garnacho was in, and to have 22 shots and only three on target is insane to me. Newcastle had seven total shots, five on target. So a huge difference right there. Less shots, but more on target. So the XG was basically the same. Corners, we had eight, they had five. Saves, we had four, they had three. Big chances, we had zero, apparently. Zero big chances. I don't understand. Um, well, I do understand that stat because I watched the game. I never really felt like Newcastle was in danger. Honestly, I think maybe Ramsdale made two good saves, maybe not even two, maybe just one. A lot of our shots were obviously off target, and I don't know. I don't know what the Chelsea players were thinking because, like, you can only talk so much about the coach, right? Maybe about the substitutes. He put the lap in. The lap, get out of my team, bro. I don't know how you got to Chelsea. I don't know why you're there. I don't know why the coaches are giving you time. I'm sorry, I hate to say it, but you're probably more of a player for a Fulham. I don't know, a Brighton. I just don't think he's cut out to be a big forward for any of the top four, top five teams. Maybe Tottenham. I don't know. I just don't like him in my team. I just feel like he has nothing to give us. Um, he just the last couple of games he's gotten time, and I don't like what I'm seeing. It's obviously not his fault that the game was lost, but it was frustrating to see the Chelsea players just pass and pass the ball, with not much to do, or not doing much. I mean, let's look at a couple. I mean, we hit the woodwork once, but it was off of a Reece James free kick. That was probably the best shot we had all game, and it was a decent shot. I mean, it was kind of a knuckleball. I think Ramsdale was probably like the only shot that I saw that Ramsdale was a little bit worried about. Other than that, though, guys, we didn't see anything crazy from Chelsea. Delap came in. I can't even remember who else came in. Oh, Lavia. Again, the last couple of games that I've seen since he's come back from injury, not his best, but I mean, I understand why. He's just getting back. There's just a lot. There's a lot to unpack here. This has been a terrible couple of games. Before this, they were playing great. I don't know what happened. Even against PSG, the first 65 minutes were pretty good, and then it just all went downhill. There's a lack of confidence now. I had a family talk to me about the game coming up on Tuesday against PSG at home. Asking me if I still had hope for that game, if I believed in the remontada, which means like the comeback. Honestly, said no. I find it hard to believe that Chelsea playing the way that they're playing right now in the last two games that they will even have a chance at that. I think PSG is too good. I think that Chelsea have not done enough. They're losing by way too many goals. I could see Chelsea scoring two or three, but I don't see our defense or our goalies not getting scored on at least once. And if they score at least once, the game's over, in my opinion. Pretty much already is over. So yeah, I don't have high hopes for that game. Hopefully they play well. Hopefully they play better. But we'll see, guys. It's going to be a tough game this Tuesday, and honestly, our schedule coming up is tough. I'm hoping that we end up being in the top four, but that's looking complicated with I guess the amount of points that we've lost in the season against honestly not the best of teams. But anyways, guys, I just really wanted to talk about Chelsea real quick. I'm not sure what is gonna fix Chelsea's problems right now. I don't know what signings you could bring in the summer. I would say more than anything, we got to sell some players, get rid of players, and then bring a goalie, a solid goalie. Spend your money on a goalie and a center back. But get rid of some of these wingers, get rid of some of these strikers. Honestly, get rid of some of these defenders. The Sassi, I don't know if we already sold him or not to Villa, but he's out. Badishel, get him out. Andera Boyo, whatever his name, Tosin, get him out. Pedro Neto, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe get him out. Philip out. Garnacho maybe out. I don't know. Gittins probably out. Osegu or either Lavia out. I mean, if you're going to keep Santos, which I think Santos is better than both of them. So honestly, I don't know. I just feel like they got to sell players, and then bring a good goalie and a center back. Spend your money there. Don't buy a striker. Don't buy any more midfielders. Keep what you have. We just, renewed Reece James' contract. We renewed his contract, and I think that was very important. I honestly don't see him leaving ever because he's a Chelsea boy through and through, but we need a goalie and we need defenders. But I just wanted to give you guys my thoughts on Chelsea and the situation that's going on right now with the team. So yeah, I just really wanted to talk about Chelsea real quick and give you guys my opinion on what's going on with Chelsea. Please give a like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Baby girl running